What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing your guys' beats that you sent in. So let's jump right into this one. So if you don't know how this works, I have a beat submission email, which you can find in the description of this video. And every week I do a video where I critique your beats and show you places where you can work on and improve it, and give you a rating out of 10. I only play about a minute, maybe a little bit longer of each beat, just so everyone has a fair chance. But anyways, that's how it goes. So let's get started here. All right, looks like we got one from Michael C here. He says, check this out, made the drums with your new drum kit. I love it. Glad to hear that, man. Let's see what you got. These drums are about to slap, I already know it. I like that. Alright, man, nice job. Overall, that was a really good beat. You had the instruments switching up, the beat was switching up, you had different drums going in different parts. Overall, it was a really great beat, man. One thing I'm curious about is I didn't really hear any bass tones. I mean, I heard kind of a bass synth in the background, but it didn't have much, like, subby parts of the bass to it. I didn't hear an 808 or anything. I heard the kick, obviously, but I always think it's kind of good to leave some kind of a bass in the beat. Now, I know you had that bassy synth, but it didn't really have enough bass tone. So what you could do is you could use a plugin like R-Bass by Waves, or try to boost up the lower frequencies with an EQ, just so that way it's a little, you get a little more bass and it makes the beat fill. But besides that, everything else was great. I like the melodies. I like that you had different ones switching up and they sounded pretty good together, and this had a total vibe to it. I'm going to give this beat a solid 8 out of 10. So this one, okay, so this guy's called PAOK93G4. I'm not even going to try with that one. He says, I submitted a UK drill beat. Hope you like it. Melodies might not be the greatest. Well, let's see, man. Definitely like a horror type melody. I'm digging it. All right, nice job, man. That was definitely a UK drill type beat. It's funny because you said the melody might be a little but honestly, to me, the melody was one of the best parts about the beat. I really liked the melody. I thought it was cool. It was definitely like a UK drill type of vibe, because it usually has those kind of like horror-esque sounding themes or like dark pianos, and this definitely had like a dark horror type vibe to it. So I think you hit it right on the head with that. I think it could be mixed a little bit better. Some of the drums could be turned up. It sounded like the 808 was it was a little muddy, so maybe you need to chop some lows out of the melodies, or you need to figure something out there. But the 808 was a little bit muddy, so work on those couple little things. Honestly, the mixing was the biggest thing, so I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Nice job, man. Thanks for sending in. All right, so the next one's going to be by Sammy Otto. He said, here's some projects I'd love to hear your thoughts on. We're just going to listen to one today, but we might get to another one some other time. So let's check out Another World. That sounds cool. Sammy Otto, let's see what you got, man. Yes, sir. It's got that soul to it. Got those feels. Ooh, that's different. Damn, bro, Sammy, that was a good one. Thanks for sending that in. I really liked the melodies. I thought it was right on point, and it was a complete switch up when it dropped it. Like, I was like, oh, that's crazy. How did that happen? So when you can get that kind of reaction without it sounding bad, that's actually really good. So surprises can be really helpful if you do it the right way. So nice job on that. I thought the mixing was pretty decent. You're up there. I can tell you've been making beats for a while. The drums were good. I don't have too many complaints to say, honestly. I thought maybe the 808 could be turned up a little bit louder. I noticed when the synth bass came in, it had a lot more lows in it than the actual 808, and you could hear the synth bass a lot better. So maybe crank up the 808 a little bit or just add some lows to it. But besides that, honestly, man, I thought it was mixed really well. It was a great beat. It had a lot of different moving parts, and there was switch ups. I'm going to have to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Nice job, Sammy Otto. Thanks for sending that in. All right, let's get Illsonic in here. We did hear one from him before. Let's see what he's got this time. Illsonic Beats. Going to SoundCloud. Go ahead and give this guy a follow if you haven't already, guys. Juice WRLD type beat. Definitely. Alright, so not a bad beat at all. I definitely thought it was a Juice WRLD type beat. It definitely had some of them vibes. RIP to Juice WRLD. You had different moving parts. You had a full beat going, so you had the structure there. That was really good. I definitely would say mixing is needed. It's definitely some things could be turned up and get everything to sound a little closer together and more cohesive. I also noticed that the 808 cowbell that you're using in there sounds like it's out of tune. And you'll have to watch that for some percussion instruments that you use. For instance, if you use like that 808 cowbell or you use some other sort of like a bell sound, maybe open hi-hats. Well, not as much with those, but for the cowbell, for example, you could hear that it was out of scale. Let me go back to it here. Yeah, right there, that dong dong, you can tell it's out, so you might need to raise that or lower that to get it to be. I would put it right on the root note of your scale. It always seems to work good there. I'm gonna have to give this beat a 7.5 out of 10. Keep it up, man. Keep sending those in. We love to hear from you. Okay, this one's by DJ Nico. Let's see what you got, DJ Nico. Got a nice visualizer for us too. I'm guessing this is gonna be like an EDM. Sounds cool already. This is sick. I think this melody, though, that's right in your face is a little too loud. That ooh da da do, that main melody that's going on is way too loud. So either you need to turn that melody down and adjust everything, or turn the drums and everything else way up to match it, because right now that's like you can't really hear much over that. But besides that, I mean, the drums sounded good. They were just way too low in comparison to that, so I think just boost everything else up to kind of match that and you'll be solid and straight to go. Definitely different kind of a beat. I really did like the melody. I just thought it was obviously way too loud in comparison to everything else, so definitely work on some mixing and things like that, DJ Nico. But all in all, this was really different and unique, and I was fucking with it. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10, and the only reason it's that low is just because the melody was so much higher. So this one definitely has potential if you do a little bit of mixing on it. Great beat altogether. Thanks for sending that in. All right, so the last one we're listening to today is by Nezzy. I think I'm saying that right. Let's check this out. It's called Oxy. Okay. Another unexpected one. Very different, very unique beat. I like that change up right when the beat dropped. It was kind of crazy and it did sound really good. That melody was awesome. I really did like that melody. I thought the 808 in the kick was a little bit off. Maybe it was just the 808. I feel like maybe if you used a different 808, you would get a better result. I think the 808 you picked just wasn't fitting with the melody. So try out a different 808. I could tell that the notes sounded like they were in the right scale, so everything sounded good there. You might want to double check the root notes though, but honestly, it might have just been the 808 that you were using. One other thing is there's a lot of reverb on that clap or snare or whatever it is, which is fine if you're going for that type of style, but I think you could pull back just a little bit on it. Now, that's just my preference. You don't have to do that by any means, but I think it's a little bit too much. So I think mixing can definitely be worked on. I'm going to give this one a 7.7 out of 10 because I really did like that melody a lot. Just work on mixing, man. Alright guys, so that wraps up the submissions and critiques for today. Like I said, if you want to submit and get a chance to be featured, we're doing these videos every single week. You can find the submission email in the description below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because we're doing daily videos that you're not going to want to miss out on. But besides that, I'll be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out.